Thank you for tuning into this Sunday afternoon 2K Sports edition of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. A lot of injuries on this team. Coaches scrambling to field a healthy lineup.
A precarious situation with 3 starters out, but crisis also creates an opportunity for those other guys on that roster.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson out there with Bridges. Then it's MP, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 slot. And for the Pacers, Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side, and it's Shepherd in at the 3, the small forward. And with a few games in the books, Greg, what's the key for coaches during this part of the season?
Kevin, if I were a head coach, I'd be trying to nail down my best 5. NBA games are mostly decided in that final 3 or 4 minutes, so I want to know who I can trust when it matters most.
To the inside, Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
Well, Pascal Siakam has the ability to play on the inside and score with that length.
A 3 from MP. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Halliburton looking around. Pass to Turner. Shoots over Towns. The shot by Turner, no good. You know, Doris, there's a notion that big men can take a little longer to develop. What have you seen from Miles Turner?
That he's turned himself into a complete basketball player, Kevin, and think there were years because he was playing alongside another big that he was out of position. But he can shoot the basketball with range, he's got strength, and he's a tremendous shot blocker.
And so, MP will bring it up for New York. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. Now, Coach said they need to take away Jalen Brunson's weapons and make him make plays, especially from outside. Coach said Brunson is a great distributor. He gets all of his teammates involved. We need to take away his weapons and make him shoot the 3. We'll see if the defense can do that. Back to you.
Thank you, David. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And here's Halliburton. Last game he had 34 points.
Yet another miss, just 1 for 5, not exactly an ideal start.
Here's MP. Anunoby in the corner. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Boy, just tremendous concentration on deep range. OG Anunoby is really coming along as a shooter.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
Show some love and clap your hands. Here they are, your Indiana Pacemates.
Checking out some numbers for Mikal Bridges. A very nice season for him last year. He was around 19 points per game last year, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. And you talk about defensive presence, he's the real difference maker on that end.
Yeah, he's always somewhere around the ball, finding ways to help his team by shutting down the opponents.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charani. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks, guys. The Knicks went all in this summer, trading with their rivals, the Brooklyn Nets, for Mikal Bridges, and reuniting.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Setting the floor for the Knicks. MP out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Bridges in at the 2 guard. And here's Halliburton. Following the three-pointer by MP. Halliburton against Bridges. 6 to shoot. Outside for Jackson. Shoots over Anunoby. Jackson misses.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Now Halliburton. Following the three-point attempt by MP.
Well, Thomas Bryant has the kind of length to get well above the rim. Nicely done. Great target on an alley-oop.
Right through contact, MP.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
McConnell passes to Toppin. Stolen by Anunoby. Here's Reed. Inside, MP gets it.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
And with each passing season, DB, OG Anunoby seems to keep getting more and more versatile.
You are exactly right, Kevin. What we know unequivocally is this is one of the best cross-positional defenders in the league. One of those guys that's truly capable of guarding 1 to 5. But his willingness to be a three-point threat and offensive rebound and put it on the deck is exactly what you're talking about.
The shot by Bryant, no good.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Corner shot. Another miss by MP.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Here's Brunson. Following the score by Tyrese Halliburton. And here's MP for 3. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
MP looking solid there.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. So an entirely new grouping now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Bryant. Pascal Siakam comes in for Jackson. Shepard's checked in for Toppin. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Nembhard. Siakam outside. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Siakam's got 7 points in the game.
Now this guy continues to build his offensive skill set. Pascal Siakam with the mid-range jumper.
And the 3 ball is good.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Well, Doris, both you and I had the honor of being in that 2020 bubble in Florida. Any memories from Orlando?
I think, Kev, just how unique the setting was, and I have to give some props to the players. No fans, no normalcy, away from their families for extended periods, and yet they were able to lock in and give us some incredible moments.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Drills it from outside.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Now, here's Halliburton. Pass to Siakam. No good on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Anunoby left side. Some nice passing by New York here. Towns finds Bridges. On the wing, MP. To the paint. Towns down low. He's against Turner. 3 on the clock. Turner with the steal. Shepard with the ball. Bridges covering. And finished off by Siakam.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
Now, here's Reed. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
Pacers trail by 15. Pass to Shepard. To the middle. Here's Siakam. He can't get it to go. Towns with the defensive effort. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And they pick up 2. MP's got 25 points in the game.
Well, a good first quarter leads to a dynamite second period.
Halliburton outside. Down low, here's Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. And so it's the New York Knicks. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
Well, right now for Indiana, you expect this game to go down to the wire, and if it does, it'll be good for the coaches to see who performs well late in the tight game.
Invaluable information, no doubt. Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the New York Knicks.
The three-point chances have been there for them, and they've taken advantage.
Just watching the game, not even looking at the scoreboard, you can tell they're the better team tonight by a mile. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
The Knicks leading by 15. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Shepard in at the 3 spot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half. For 3. And that's good. MP for 3. MP's got 28.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Well, Greg, we saw in the 2024 regular season that these Pacers actually led the NBA in assists.
Averaging over 30 assists a game. Now that's ball movement. These Pacers really trust one another and love to share the load offensively.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. Halliburton for 3. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Attention fans. Now on the court is your Hype Squad. Get loud, let them hear it. T-shirt bedlam. Right now, fans, let's hear you go wild. interesting and amazing. Thanks, everybody.
Here's Turner, still without a basket. Here's Halliburton, and the basket is good.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
The 3 from MP. The rebound by Turner.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Pass to Siakam. Halliburton outside. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Halliburton's got 4 points in the quarter.
My goodness, what a triple drive by Mr. Tyrese Halliburton.
Here's MP. Towns kicks to MP. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Shepard. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And a wide open look for Siakam. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Doris, when you think of Mikal Bridges, what comes to mind? Turner finds Nembhard. Here's Halliburton.
Hey, you got ball, you got ball.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you